It's hard to avoid comparing Shinichiro Watanabe's Lazarus to the renowned Cowboy Bebop creator's other legendary masterpiece series, and it doesn't seem like it's attempting to do so anymore. It should be after 6 episodes that Lazarus is finally setting itself apart from Watanabe's previous work. In contrast, Heaven is a Place on Earth, Lazarus Episode 6, discovers its own piece of heaven in space, specifically in Space Cowboys. The Lazarus team pursues another clue related to Skinner's history in Episode 5, following yet another dead end in their pursuit of Skinner. Additionally, it just so happens to be related to Elaina'S own life. The characters of Lazarus start to come into their own in Lazarus Episode 6, which is mostly because Watanabe successfully used a technique that he had perfected in Cowboy Bebop. In the end, don't fix it if it ain't broken, and Watanabe at least demonstrates that his formula for creating unforgettable characters and believable environments is still effective. It's unfortunate that the characters in Lazarus won't likely live long enough to realize their full potential. It will always be difficult to compare Lazarus to Shinichiro Watanabe's previous works, especially Cowboy Bebop. For the most part, the comparison is just somewhat reasonable, but Watanabe's desire to revisit those kinds of settings is really apparent in Lazarus Episode 6. The personalities of Lazarus's characters truly come to life in the Bebop-like moments of calm and tranquility, revealing their true selves in their most open moments. The scene in which Elaina and Chris get together at the conclusion of the program is lovely, and a quick glimpse of Leland sleeping soundly on the sofa is the kind of little touch that brings these people to life. Elaina's moment of vulnerability with Chris reinforces the idea that she is merely a young girl with no one to turn to, otherwise, she would have been acceptable as another stereotypical female hacker figure. Elaina has learned to be alone because she has never experienced close relationships in her family life, and allowing herself to rely on Chris seems like a therapeutic experience for her. It hints at actual glimpses of meaning that imply Elaina may eventually develop some depth to her personality as a result of this series, but there's always the possibility that it could be too little, too late. However, in Lazarus Episode 6, the characters experience significant growth in their personalities, even if it is on the less significant side. Douglas and Chris's little scenes of strategizing or Axel's free time activities of stretching and parkour do wonders for these people. Axel is at last beginning to feel a little bit distant from Spike from Cowboy Bebop, from whom Axel seems unable to distance himself solely because of his looks, cool demeanor, and amazing fighting skills. The plot of Lazarus Episode 6 is compelling, and it really enhances the characters' personalities. The sad truth is that Axel and his acrobatic parkour acts are still absent. The significance of Axel's chase sequences to the success of Lazarus becomes clearer as the other characters receive more focus. Although Axel is not completely absent from the episode, his appearances don't add much to the episode's real plot until the very conclusion. At that time, his short chat with the AI following the cataclysm seems like an afterthought. The episode didn't really need Axel in that role, and his common sense advice is just too obvious to be truly insightful. Axel's true need was for his ability to fight in battle. The action has severely deteriorated since Axel wasn't as engaged in the final 2 episodes. Even if other facets of the tale and its protagonists are welcome to shine, the climactic conflicts that always occur in the finales of each episode lack the same level of thrill without Axel at the center of them. The fact that Lazarus Episode 5 at least had an early fight sequence with Axel in the beginning makes this all the more clear in Lazarus Episode 6. In contrast to high-energy action, the 6th episode of Lazarus opts to revel in a laid-back mood, and it may be argued that there is more lost than gained. It was a wise choice to let Axel play in the background since it helped the Lazarus ensemble get the development it needed. They now feel unique from the fundamental character archetypes they've seen to be thanks to the little, slice-of-life events that reinforce their personalities like never before. The audience feels as though these characters are real people who live and breathe the more they are exposed to them in their native environments. The 6th episode of Lazarus reveals another aspect of the characters that the anime sorely needed, but it also includes the caveat of losing something crucial that gives the anime its unique appeal: the action. The times when Lazarus is able to effectively combine vibes with violence are when it is at its best, and Lazarus Episode 6 goes a bit too far in one direction. The startling conclusion of Lazarus Episode 6 is that the world will soon be gripped by Hapna, which will cause people to start dying in just 17 days. This implies that there has been almost a week between this episode and the previous one, since Lazarus Episode 5 concluded with 22 days. The timeline appears to be speeding up with each episode, supporting the sad reality that Lazarus will undoubtedly end after the allotted 13 episodes, rather than perhaps continuing into a second course or resulting in Lazarus Season 2, as some have hypothesized. The halfway point of the anime is when the characters finally seem to express their true personalities and feel unique, which is a shame. Despite the fact that the characters are only 17 days away from death, Lazarus Episode 6 demonstrates how amazing the series could have been if the characters had been given only 17 more episodes to live. Hope you like this video. Stay tuned in this channel for latest upcoming updates on this series. And add a bookmark in this channel for further upcoming updates on movies, anime, and web series. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, comment and share our channel. And for latest updates, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.